Got him.
Nice. Okay. Go revive Connor.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? FPS Mayo back today with the video for you guys, and it is best Warzone class. And I'm not saying these are the best guns out there, but the Vector might be pretty damn close. And I'm gonna call it the Vector. I know the Fennec is what it's called, but it kind of reminds me of fennel, like you put in your salad. So I'm gonna call it the Vector. Anyways, I have been grinding all day trying to get the attachments unlocked so that I could find what works best, and I've only gotten about 3/4 done with the Vector so far, but I think I've found a pretty damn good class. This thing absolutely destroys, and don't get me wrong, it goes through bullets really quickly, but in this video I'm going to show you guys the best class setup that I've come up with for Warzone. Stable, long range, absolute laser beam, fast firing, and then the other one is the RAM-7. Now I'm going to show you what attachments I use for this class setup, and I'm going to show you the perks, the equipment, and explosives that I use as well. So without further ado, let's get the frick into it. So first up we have the Vector. I haven't unlocked Damascus for it yet, but this is what it looks like, and this thing looks absolutely sick. Looks like a freaking beast gun, which I was pretty stoked on. So for the muzzle we have the ZLR Saber, or ZLR if you're in the States, whatever, and then for the barrel we have the ZLR 16-inch Apex, and these are both going to give it increased range, bullet velocity, reduced recoil, so increased recoil control, damage, all the things that you want from this gun, because without these it's really hard to control and you're going to be spraying those bullets everywhere, which you don't want. So we're also going to put the GI Mini Reflex on it because it's, let's just say the iron sights are absolutely terrible. Now, believe it or not, this gun, I'm not going to put a stock on it because I tried a bunch of them and it really didn't make a difference, or it took away or added things that weren't really necessary for Warzone. Now, you might want to do that in multiplayer, but this is going to be a Warzone class setup. So after that, we got the 40 round mag, which is an absolute must because you're going to be flying through them. And then for our foregrip, we got the Merc foregrip because it helps with hip fire in those tight spaces and it's going to keep the gun down. Alright, now let's take a look at the RAM-7. This gun is tried, trusted, and true, but you don't really see it too much in Warzone because it kind of gets beat out by things like the Grau or the M4 or, I don't really know, different assault rifles. But, believe it or not, in this Warzone, this thing absolutely destroys. So we're going to put the monolithic suppressor on because that hides your location and adds damage range. We're also going to put the FSS Ranger on this thing, give it bullet velocity, reduced recoil, and damage range. Again, GI Mini Reflex, that's up to you, but I really hate the iron sights on this thing, and this helps with those more precision shots because it really is a laser, so you can do that. 50 round mag as always because you need that high bullet count in Warzone, and then we're going to put the Commando foregrip on it to finish it off. Now, taking a look at some gameplay here, we're just going to identify some of the attributes of the RAM-7. I'm using the Fennec and the RAM. Now, you can see what a laser beam this thing is. I'm not pulling down much on the stick at all, and you really don't have to. So, downed one guy there, fake that I'm going around, and then I can see his buddy starts running across here, and again, it's such a laser beam. He's hitting the res, I end up downing him, and like I said, it's so steady and so agile, and then I ended up getting outplayed here. I thought he ran across, so I ended up dying, but I guaranteed would have been able to kill him with that Fennec if I had known where he was. And especially if you mount up with this thing, it's going to make it even more of a laser, but here I ended up dying because I had no health. I'm going to try and keep this video a little bit shorter for you guys today. I understand that most people don't like watching 10 minutes just for a class setup when it can be done in 30 seconds, but I like going through the different attachments, different perks, etc. Just to let you guys know the rationale behind them. So I'm going to talk about the perks now. I run EOD on this class, and I think it's an absolute must because people love going crazy with frickin' bazookas, rocket launchers, RPGs, whatever you want to call them. And Exclusive Ace did a video where if you shoot someone at the feet, it's going to do 250 damage with an RPG, and it's going to kill you immediately. But with EOD, it only does 80 damage. So I don't know if you saw in that last clip there, I'll replay it now. And you can see that this RPG barely did any damage to me, took off 1.5 plates. So that's the reason I run EOD, because if you're low health, you have 100 health, and someone throws a C4 or an RPG like that, you actually may be able to survive it. So I think it's absolutely crucial in this game. Now the next one I run is Overkill. We usually buy a loadout first, and then when the free one comes, we go get Ghost. We have another class set up with our desired perks that we want. So Ghost, EOD, and Tracker or Shrapnel, whatever you fancy like that. And then my final perk in this class setup with the RAM-7 and the Vector is actually going to be Shrapnel, because just like other people like using explosives, I like using explosives too, and not as many people run EOD as you might think. So I run EOD, pardon me there, and I also run what am I talking about? I run Shrapnel, and then I run 2 C4s. So 2 C4s, if you miss the first one, you can throw another, or if someone's down, you can take him out of the fight with another C4. And then my equipment, I run a stun grenade, because you might think, oh, why don't you run stims or whatever, but stims are really not that great unless you're stuck in the gas and you need to revive yourself or give yourself a little bit extra health to make that little bit of run. And they're everywhere. You can find them everywhere in the map. They're really easy to find. Now, just want to change it up a little bit. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video and supporting this channel, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you liked the video at any point, let me know by smacking that like button, and if you want to subscribe, you know where to do so. Now, we're on the road to 10K. This channel has absolutely blown up in the last couple months, and I owe it all to you guys, so I'm so thankful. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know by subscribing, liking, all that jazz, because more subscribers I get, the more I'm going to be posting. I'm doing 2 posts a week now, but it could even go up to daily if I know that that's what you guys want. So thank you so much. Without further ado, I'm out of here. FPS Mayo. Peace.
They're hitting the res 2 right now. Oh, fighting the other team right now.
Hey boys, watch your field of vision.
I got
you see him
no
Kyle
place.
there. Or that's oh shit. Gonna be trying to push you guys pretty quick.
Yeah, they are.
Get aggressive.
Oh! It was right in
Dude,
front
that
of my
Semtex
face.
was right in front of you, dude. Yeah, they're moving to the left.
Fuck me.
Fuck on the
Kyle to your
ground.
left, to your left.
Trying to turn us.
Damn, boys.
Ah, shit, boys. Second place.